Well, hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about December. December is going to have 5 weeks in it, so we're going to have 5 columns of cards and 3 rows for the overview, which is what we're going to do right now. And of course, we're going to go in depth on the very first week at the end of the reading. So, a couple of things to know. First, we're going to go ahead and light the candle and get some good vibes rolling. Yes. We are using up the chakra candle. We are down to the last 3 chakras. Haha! Some of my favorite chakras, as a matter of fact, so yay. So a couple of messages from my guides for all 12 signs are talking about how we are going to be working very hard to ask for help and not do everything by ourselves. Okay, Aquarius? I know, it's hard, but sometimes we have to. All right, it's going to be very good. For those of you who are running solo most of the time, that could be as simple as just remembering to check with Google before you get involved with a thing, or getting some YouTube college under your belt when you want to know how to do a thing, right? So that's asking for help. Cool. Now, the other message is to do with our personal groups, our family group, our friends group, our work group, whatever those groups are. We'll want to circle the wagons and get a little tighter, a little closer knit, a little bit more familiar with our people so that, you know, we're not always just talking about the nuts and bolts of work. We can talk about what's going on at the house a little bit. I'm working on doing a tile job, but I don't really know how to do the tile. And the other guy is like, well, I did a tile job myself and I had some issues, but I worked it out. There's this one channel and it'll point you out to the right place to go. More information will come and you'll feel supported, right? Nice. They don't have to come and do it for you. They just have to help you get the right information, right? You could be having trouble with a kid. So you talk a little bit about the fact that you got a teenage kid, and that's all you got to say most of the time, and they'll be like, oh, you go take care of the conversation. Yeah, do your thing. Because they've already seen it, they've already understood it. But vice versa, you might find that they actually talk to you a little bit about what's happening there. It's like, plumbing problems outside the house. It's very annoying. Oh, really? I've done some pipe work out inside my house, so I understand how hard it can be to trace the leaks and get all that stuff figured out. I get it. Or it could be other things, but you'll be able to share your experience. And in this way, we're supporting each other and we're getting to know each other at a different level. And it's kind of neato. And I think that you'll really enjoy it. Okay? That's what December is all about, is being of service in some way without actually having to do the work for other people, right? Nice. Another fun thing I'm doing this month for the first time is I'm going to be doing a free reading giveaway. I will give you all the details on how to enter to win at the end of the reading. Okay? Cool. So let's go ahead and get you a guiding card for the month. This is the deck we're using for the guiding card, and it is, of course, the Etherieal Visions Illuminated Tarot, which we've used before, but these are all pre-programmed for you. And I want to grab one card. We were going to see this card every week this month. I will bring it out and we will talk about it a little bit. And the fact is, this is an energy that will follow you all month long, okay? So we are going to see what it is. Haha. Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles, very nice. This is about you experiencing your life through the eyeglass of abundance, okay? So you have enough money to take care of whatever it is that you get yourself into. You are able to continue to harvest as you go, see what's happening around you, and still be in a place of abundance even as you're working through, okay? What a wonderful card for the month of December. Loving it for you. I'm going to go ahead and set it down over here and make sure that it doesn't fall over. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Well played. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tempest deck for the overview, as we always do, but we're going to get you a mystery card from the Magical Nordic Tarot. We've used this one for lots of things, but today we're using it for the mystery card. All right? What do we need for Aquarius? It's right here, this one. All right. We are going to set it over here and let Woody, our little mascot, keep an eye on that card for you. He's a good boy, and he's going to do a good job. So I'll set these aside over here. And now our Tempest deck is going to come over here. And we're going to lay them all out. All 5 cards to start, which is just where you are each of those 5 weeks. What's blocking you? And of course, the solution. All right. All right. So set these aside. Now then, what are we doing here? So this will be the overview. We're going to go over all of these 1 week at a time, right? And this is the first week, and we'll go in depth on this first week at the end of the reading, okay? So, the Queen of Wands, we're talking about November 30th through December 6th. Queen of Wands, you have a like-minded friend, feminine energy person who's going to be in your world, who's going to be very down-to-earth, easygoing, very much so, sister from another mister, who's going to very much so feel like, yeah, totally fun times having. There's going to be a lot of fun this week, okay? So I like that you're going to see this person and that this person is going to be available to you in that way. There's always a party when you two get together, okay, Aquarius? So enjoy the fun of that. It will be a gas, right? You are not going to be in charge of the situation. You are blocked from being in charge of the situation or whatever's going on. So just follow along and have a good time. You don't have to be the boss. You can let it just be what it is, okay? Nice. When you let somebody who's super cool that gets you do the thing, do the planning, it's awesome. You will be wanting to stand up your solutions, to stand up for the things that matter the most to you, that you care about the most. Knight of Cups is always about fighting for your heart's desire, okay? So if you, person comes over and says, I'm planning this whole adventure for us, da 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 da, and it's always in the mountains and all of the things. Can we get to the beach a little bit, maybe? That would be really great if we could get towards the ocean. Hello? Can we get towards the ocean, pretty please? So you're going to need to stand up for what you want. And yeah, it'll be on the list. They will get it on the list once they realize that that's your non-negotiable. But once they know what your non-negotiable is, they'll be able to help you out with that. Okay? Cool. Next week over, we're talking about the 7th through the 13th. Things are falling together or apart. We won't really know until we pull more cards, but you can have it go together or you can have it fall apart, okay? It's kind of interesting. What are the other cards blocking you? We have the 7 of Pentacles blocking you. The 7 of Pentacles, when it blocks you, is simply saying that you could be squandering money that you have in excess. So if you have a little extra, you might be overpaying for something. You need to pay attention to the costs you've incurred so that you don't, maybe buy the same thing over and over again without getting what you want out of it. Something like that. Do pay attention to where the money is going at this time. That'll be most important. And of course, the Page of Cups shows up with new information about something you care about. Okay? That is your solution, is some news about something you care about. So this information will help you, whatever's going on here, whichever direction things are falling, it will become more clear with clarity. Of course, with extra cards, we'll get more information, and that will be good for you. Now then, this card here is talking about how on the 14th through the 20th, you'll be fighting for your worth and value, making sure that people are paying you what you deserve, okay? I like that. You can and you will be treated fairly in the moment, but you do have to step up and tell them what you're worth, and then they'll get after it, okay? Two of Cups is blocking you, so your relationship might be standing in the way of you moving forward in some direction. I'm not sure what that... It's interesting to think that your partner in life might stand in the way of you standing up for yourself, but it's... maybe it's in the wrong group. Maybe you're with his personal family or her personal family that you're standing up for your worth and value, and they're like, maybe we could just, dial it back. Okay, dial it back. That's my mom. I don't know. We'll get more information when we go in depth, all right? That's curious. but also fighting for your, fighting for your ideas is going to be your solution, okay? So remember, when you're fighting for your ideas, it's as simple as telling them the why. You know, this is what I would like to do. This is the what, and this is the why I would like to do it. Sometimes we forget to tell people why we want to do a thing. And when we get to the why of things, it gets to the heart. It gets to the heart of the why does it matter? What feeling are you trying to recreate in the moment? And when you do that, it helps, because we're talking about you fighting for your worth and value and for your ideas, and your relationship is standing in the way. What? I know, it's goofy. I don't understand that. We'll get more information. This card here is talking about how what is going on for the 21st through the 27th. You have a very particular idea about how you want things to go, and most things are going pretty much the way you want them. There might be one thing that isn't, and I don't want you to over-focus on that one dumb thing that isn't, where you miss all the really good things that are happening, okay? So try to remember to appreciate the good things and not get hung up on the one little thing that's not quite right, okay? Because it could ruin your whole day. No reason for that. 6 of Cups. Not in a position to share your feelings right now. Your feelings are not going to be appreciated by other folks right now. You can't listen to other people's feelings right now. You're kind of one-track mind. I got this thing I'm working on. I'm working it out, getting the thing, da-da-da-da-da-da. So sharing your feelings isn't going to get anywhere you want, okay? Now then, your solution will be this lady who's very particular about the finances, and she's going to want to save some ducats, and she will help you save some money in the mix. So she is actually going to help you get closer to what you want and save some money in the process. So this doesn't feel like an emotional decision you're working on. You can't share your feelings or get any feelings out there. But if you can talk about your finances and how you're wanting to accomplish something within a certain budget, she will certainly help you find that bargain, okay? Because that's her whole love language is money, okay? Last week, December 28th through January 3rd, we have the King of Cups. This is an emotionally based male energy person. He speaks from his feelings. I feel like this. I feel like that. I feel like a taco. And yes, he is going to be in the mix, speaking from his feelings and wanting to be heard. Okay, you need to stop and listen to him. He's going to want to talk to you, Aquarius, and you are going to want to hear what he has to say. All right? Even if it's just to acknowledge that he had words to say and that you cared enough to listen. That could be as far as it goes, and that's enough. The world is blocking you. This means that you're not going to be in a position to start anything new or finish anything in particular. You're kind of in the limbo, in the middle. You're not finishing, not starting. You're right in the middle of something. So it's the whatever you're right in the middle of, he's going to come in while you're right in the middle of it, and you're going to be like, I don't even know if I have time to listen to you right now. Can I get back to you in a minute? Because you're right in the middle of something that can't stop. So whatever it is, it's like you have to keep going with what you're doing, and then or have him talk to you while you're doing it, if that's possible. If not, then you're going to have to just say, I'll be right with you. I can't pause what I'm doing to do that, okay? I apologize, but I can't pause. The Queen of Swords is going to be part of your solution, and this is somebody who's very particular about how they like things done. A little my way or the highway, a little intense. Be aware of who this person is and what they're bringing to the table, and know that, yeah, it's a little hard. She's a little intense, and because she's so intense, it's tough to be around her sometimes, but she's the solution. She's fixing things somehow. She's got an idea that will work to get you where you need to go and help take care of things. So if you decide you want to hand off your middle halfway done project to somebody else and she can take it and she's bossy enough to handle the process, well, maybe you will. Maybe you'll hand all this off to somebody else so that you can take care of this person, right? This person might need actual care, where you might need to actually stop doing whatever it is you're in the middle of and get on the way with that, okay? So, interesting. let's just go ahead and set these cards aside. You know how I like to do that. It means that we'll come back to them in other readings. Each week I come back and I do another reading, and all these cards will come back. You're going to see these again. I don't start from scratch each week. I'm a little different that way, and I don't mind being different. So there we go. So we have these 3 cards, all about November 30th through the 6th. We're going to go in depth by using this Mythic Tarot and pull out these cards and get more information. All right. So what do we have here? So Aquarius, the Queen of Wands, is all about that lady who's going to be very down to earth and easygoing. Sister from another mister. Super chill chick. She's going to be in your world. She's going to be super fun to hang out with. You guys are going to paint the town red. It's going to be super exciting and fun to have her around. You will need to fight for your ideas in the mix. Interesting. We have you fighting for your ideas about what you want to do and how you want to do it. It's like, come on, let's do this. And she'll be like, well, let's do this. So as much as you guys get along on certain things, there's going to be things you disagree on. There will be a time when you say, okay, that's kind of cool. You go ahead and do what you want to do. I'm gonna stay right here and I'll be right there. I'll be there at 3 o'clock. And you'll take a little time out for yourself. Because sometimes, as much as we get along with our friends, sometimes we need a break from our friends too. So don't overindulge with your friend so much that you don't get any breathing space to be you, okay? That's important. You are not going to be in charge. We talked about that. 10 of Swords. You are blocked from being the boss of your situation. So it's kind of frustrating, kind of irritating, but you're genuinely going to have to wait to be in charge of a thing, and that's okay. 7 of Wands. You're not even going to be able to win people over one at a time to your way of thinking. People are just going to be doing whatever the heck they're doing. There's kind of a mess. Okay, so just be aware of that. And it's not going to go fast, okay? So, yeah, plotting and planning and working around somebody else's schedule is going to be a little different. And they're not going to take you into consideration at all. They're going to do whatever the heck they want. It's going to be a slow-moving coup. You're going to be waiting on them sometimes. And it's not going to be your favorite experience. Fighting for your heart's desire is going to be on the list of solution possibilities. So you want to tell them what you want out of the mix. It's like, okay, I see you're in town. I really love that you're here. I've got a few things I got to do. And presto changeo, let me know what your schedule is so that I can schedule you in. I would really love to have dinner with you one time while you're here. Okay? And that's you saying what you want, fighting for your heart's desire. You'll have to call back later on in the week. Because you're not in charge, you're simply letting them know what you want to do, what you need to do, what you can do without being fully involved in that situation. Now, they're going to say, yes, 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 plan the dinner. This is the day and the time we're available. Plan the dinner. Cool. So you will be in charge of making that happen, okay? So make the reservation, and that will help a lot. Now, finally, of course, once you've made the reservation, you'll feel stronger and more stable, and like everything is more stabilized. Your life schedule gets more stabilized because you now know when you're going to see this person. It's no longer iffy. If you know they're in town, you're not sure what the schedule is. You had a few things you had to do. We had nothing penciled in, nothing penned in, but now you're going to have it finally taken care of. You will have taken care of it yourself, and you will feel much better in that moment, okay? Super cool. Love that. Now then, I love that. So let's get you one of these beautiful Path of the Soul cards. This is a beautiful deck we're using to get new information. These are beautiful energetic cards. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. All right, I'm going to take this card and we'll set the rest aside. What do we have for you? All right. Ooh, this is a fun card. It's so fun. I really like it. It speaks of like angelics a little bit, like you're being watched over by angels. I like that. It also looks like you have a little team working for you, right? So no matter what you're working on, you have a little team of people who are your supporters. And I like that too. You don't have to do everything alone. This is very much about you feeling the support from above. Your better angels have you in their eyesight. They're watching you. So in a good way. So do be aware that as you're making your own little boundaries and doing your own little thing with your friend, you're doing exactly what you need to do. You may not be in charge, and that's okay, but you can handle certain little things and take care of the rest, and she'll either show up or she won't. Like I said, she's a bit of a handful. So pay attention and take good care of yourself in the mix, all right? Now then, what's your mystery card? Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, spontaneity, making big sudden decisions to do whatever the heck you want. You may even make your sudden decision to be on your own. Dun, dun, dun. It will be a spontaneous decision that, oh, okay, you want to do what? You want to go to the mountains? You want to go there? You want to go there? You want to do this? You want to do that? I think I might do this instead. This thing that will save me trouble and time and effort and issues. You go ahead and do what you want to do for a while, and we'll meet up later. We'll make a plan to go do dinner or something like that. You make the plan, which is good. And I think that you could spontaneously choose to do the responsible thing in your life instead of running around and chasing your friend around, because I think that your life will be simpler if you stay the course with all those things. You don't have to get completely off track because your friend is in town, okay? It's tempting, but you shouldn't, right? And you're not going to, and everything is going to be great. Okay, cool. Stabilizing your situation, and that'll be awesome. You need a pocket full of rocks. Okay, what do we got for Aquarius? All right, we have Tiger Eye, we have red jasper, and we have green garnet. All right, so red jasper is a second chakra stone, and it's all about you being very clear about who you are as a person, what you're needing to be, because your second chakra is all about your physical self, your creativity, and being true to who you are as a person. And I'm really getting that off of this card, this stone right now. It doesn't necessarily always mean that for me, but today it means you need to be true to yourself, above and beyond all, and aware of your physical capacities and your true interests, right? Oh, so-and-so wants to go hiking in the mountains, but I'm strictly a beach girl. I could give a rat's patootie about the mountains, so I'm not going to go spend a bunch of time in the mountains if I don't want to go to the mountains, and that's good. So you're staying true to yourself, and that's very good. Green garnet is a third chakra stone, and it's where we store feelings, memories, and emotions. At least that's what I was taught. And so we are healing up like the last month and a half of various emotional stuff that's been going on. I feel like you've maybe been talking about this trip for a while and talked about all the possible things that you were going to do. And of course, a bunch of things you were talking about just got put on the back burner because this person showed up and went, but the mountains are just so beautiful. I have to go see them. And you're like, so not on the wheelhouse. This is not even on the dance card. I don't know what to say about that except, interesting. So the things we talk about sometimes have zero meaning actually. Okay, that's interesting. And now we know. Now we know that they have no meaning at all whatsoever. So, you're healing up the parts of you that felt like you were pushing the envelope or getting pushed into an envelope, and you're like, I don't have to feel bad about any of what I said or did because, none of it mattered. None of it had any influence, and we are going to do whatever the hell we want to do. And yeah, I'm going to fight for what I want right now, which is to go be by myself because it's a lot. I have no interest in the mountains, and everything is like, you do you. Okay, bye. Nice. Tiger Eye is about a stone that you can use on your 7th chakra when you meditate. You put it above your head, just above your head where your 7th chakra is, and it will help you commune and communicate with your guides and angels, very much like this, except you meditate and you ask your guides and angels to communicate with you and tell you what's going on and what you need to know. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. They are your biggest fans, and they will be there for you. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to set these stones down right here. Very nice. And Aquarius, my goodness, what a month you're having, okay? It's going to get interesting. I know that you're going to be great, but I also want you to know that if you stay true to yourself in this moment and take care of you personally and try less to overbook yourself to try and be there for somebody who's not going to respond well to that sort of scheduling situation, just do what you can and don't do anything more. And you'll be able to take personal care of yourself, not fall way behind on your other stuff, or do a bunch of stuff you don't want to do. Excellent. Well done. So, of course, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but if you want to carry them or anything else, comment below. Let me know what you got, and we'll have a conversation about the rocks. If you want to talk about the reading itself, comment below. I'm into that. We'll have a conversation. The other thing to know is, of course, that there's a lot of things going on in the description box below. If you've been there, there's all the decks that I'm using will be listed, so you can get them on Amazon or Etsy. There's also a list of all the fairs that I go to, so you can come on out to a Renaissance fair and see me in person. If you've looked at the list already, it might be changing. You might want to check it again just to make sure, all right? And of course, there's a way to book private readings over the phone, just in case you can't come out to the fair or I'm not in your town at the time when you need help. I'm here for you, all right? Thank you so much for being here. Love you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. They all matter, and I'm shooting for 2,000 now, right? I got 1,000 already. That's so amazing, and I couldn't have done it without any of you. Thank you. If you're here for the free reading giveaway, the best way and the only way to get yourself a free reading is to put it in on the drawing, and the way to get an entry is to put an emoji in a comment, okay? You put an emoji in a comment and you're entered to win. If you put 2 emojis in one comment, it's still 1 entry. If you put 2 comments with 1 emoji apiece, that's 2 entries. Enter as often as you like. I'm here for it. Go ahead and enter as many times as you like, and I will put your name in the hat at the end of the month, and I will draw one out, and then I will post who wins the first week of January. And of course, I will personally communicate to you, private message you, letting you know you won. Ta-da! All right. So thank you very much for your interest in my work, and I will see you next week when we talk about the 7th through the 13th. All right? I'll see you then, Aquarius.